So what's up?
So you know that Shadowlands leak thing that you watched. So
Yeah.
I may or may not have received some direct correspondence from a current and former employee of Blizzard about that, and I'm
Pyro,
happy
stop.
to listen, McConnell.
Pyro, no, stop. Pyro, stop. Don't say
Can't-
this
It's
on
okay.
stream. Don't
Can't
say
go
this
there?
on stream.
No,
No,
listen,
no,
listen,
no,
listen,
no, no.
listen.
No, you listen to me. Don't say this on stream. Do not reveal. Don't reveal what you're about to say on stream.
You're scaring me, McConnell. I
Yeah,
want.
that's-
I feel
I
like
mean-
I feel like this is the right call. I feel like you're making the right call.
Just hold on. I'm gonna move you.
Yeah.
Battle chain tunic. I've never seen that before. They're sorting things out. Okay. All right. Wait a sec. Holy fuck. Dude, I should try to buy this. Wait, steel scale crust fish? I don't have that either. Oh my god. Wait, what the fuck? I don't have any of these. Just a minute, real weeks. No, it's okay. So it's confirmed. It can't. No, it's all right. Let's see what happened. Oh, wait,
Okay, I told him what he can say and what he cannot reveal on stream publicly. So go ahead.
So one
Okay.
so I was reached out to by two different people.
Okay.
One of them, well, actually, they both reached out to me voluntarily. One of them has provided me pretty convincing physical proof that they did work on a majority of assets in Legion and stuff like that. But what they said is they spoke about, you know how in the video I was talking about how it seemed like that picture was being shown in a very large room, like being projected
Yeah.
on like a screen. So this person said, so I'm not gonna say their name
Yeah.
or anything. They said they're under NDA. So they said
Just
they
one
used
second.
to work.
I want to
Yeah.
go over to Orgrimmar. If anybody wants to trade me a lot of gold on this server so I can buy this item, that'd be good. If not, it's okay. We'll just do something else afterwards. Okay, go ahead.
So they said they used to work for Blizzard at an office in Austin.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I know
And
that.
I don't want to say too much more about the individual besides that because I
Okay.
would really hate for them to get like sued. They said every once in a while, usually once a year, they have what's called a show and tell, which is basically a company-wide event where they internally share all of the upcoming games, expansions, or releases that are coming out or going to be announced over the next year.
Yeah.
Just like, look what we've been working on, this is what's coming up. They said the way this event works is that they have around 30 people at a time, and they cram them into like a classroom, and they show usually a 2-hour video with all the content, usually a dev breakdown of whatever that content is. They also said over the video there's a bouncing code that looks something like, and then they just put in like a random code, and they said it's unique to each group of people watching it. And then I said, you know, that's probably why the thing in the bottom left corner was blacked out,
Right.
because there
yeah.
was probably something identifying them.
Yeah.
They said, I believe that photo that you talked about in the beginning of the video was taken in that very same room, a large classroom with no lights on and using a projector for the screen. They said, I think they waited until the code had bounced into the left corner where it wasn't covering the important parts of the photo and blacked it out. They said they kind of just ask you to put your phone away or have it turned off, but outside of that, there isn't much security to make sure people
They don't have
actually
people. They
reveal
don't collect
information.
phones at the beginning. Are they crazy?
No, apparently not. She said so it's a she, but that's very obviously vague.
Okay.
It's more so the NDA Blizzard has a sign that scares people out of it. She also said when her and her significant other weren't together, she wanted to record some of the show, but she basically was scared out of it. So
Okay.
they also said the breakdown sounds exactly like how the dev breakdown sounds, sort of vague, but they do highlight the important parts. And they said, unfortunately, they don't have a way to confirm that that exact image is real because they haven't been with the company since late 2017, which would have been like around the time of Legion, of course. But they said that based on their experience with them, that's exactly how they present the material. So if it's not real, it's definitely written by someone who was with the company at some point, because there's too many things that line up with how it's actually presented. Then I randomly got a message from another person who's actually been following me for quite a while.
Okay.
And they said, not gonna lie, that image of the map did look like the show and tell meetings Blizzard has for their employees of all levels. Teams would gather in a meeting room and be shown a presentation that was given at Irvine. When we were shown Legion when I was at the Austin headquarters, the map looked exactly like that one. We're also shown very early storyboard stuff, and are always reminded that it's not a finalized version. So I don't know, that obviously doesn't hard confirm anything, but to have two different people who seemingly are not directly associated with one another reach out and say pretty much the exact same thing, even referring to, not the exact same thing of course, but even referring to it as the show and tell meeting and all that stuff, even referencing the same HQs and locations and stuff. I kind of think that image is real, and I think that all that stuff on the map right there, like the Silverian thing, the layout of it and the design of it, I think that map is real, dude. I think that shit is actually real.
Has Blizzard said anything to like confirm the idea of it being real?
No, but I don't think they really can. Like, people also pointed out, if it was real, wouldn't they just like copyright or DMCA your video? And it's like, well,
No.
if they do that, then it confirms that it's real.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
So I've seen a lot of leaks, and as you mentioned when you were watching my video, I was pretty quick to dismiss that other one, and I'm usually pretty quick to dismiss these. I don't tend to believe in them.
Now,
but there have been times where shit has been real.
I remember talking to you. I remember actually looking at your Twitter, and didn't Ian accidentally say one of the names that was on the screen?
So yeah, so Ian is Greek, of Greek descent, and Greek words obviously have different pronunciations. But one of the things, that he said in one of the developer Q&As, fucking GTX. One of the things he said was that he used to go and visit his family on it's in Greece, the island of Xiros. The way that he's pronouncing it though almost sounds like there's an R in the word, but when you look at how it's spelled, there is no R. It's just the phonetics. But Xios, or Xiros rather, Ziros, is one of the names of the new zones. That could be very coincidental, but I don't think that is. And then there was also the island in the bottom left corner that's like Niketos, which is also like a very seemingly Greek kind of inspired word. It would not shock me if Ian had a hand in naming those two areas.
What the fuck, dude? Just a second.
And remember, on the leak, the person who did the highlight part on Reddit, where they were like, we'll highlight this, but they kind of paraphrased what the person who did the original leak on 4chan, they said that the area was supposed to be kind of Greek inspired, a la Hades' doorstep. So it kind of fits together with the one of the biggest devs' Descent, and we all know how much influence he has in the production of the game. So
right, what the fuck, dude? Holy shit. You're kind yeah, go ahead.
So what are we gonna do? I mean, are we gonna treat this all like all the information that came out is completely real?
No,
or
no.
We just get all the info. Like, what is real? What's not now? Like, what do we know for sure? Like, for sure the Shadowlands thing is real, but like, what information out of the leak is confirmed real? How do we know that any of that's real? Just besides the map and shit like that. How do you know?
That's a very good point. There is no way to absolutely know, especially when you're talking about the story points. You can only draw that together with what we can see now in what is seemingly unfolding as far as storyline goes to determine if that's even plausible. But as I'm going through that and reading all that stuff, I mean, most of it seems relatively plausible. And the fact that both of these individuals said they tend to really give you the general kind of idea of what's going on. They don't go too much in depth on the actual story when they're presenting this to these employees. It basically, what we're reading seems to be along the lines of a very general idea of, okay, like, here's a couple main characters, here's what's happening with them, here's kind of the main plot points, and that's kind of all that we've been given. So there's no way to confirm it, but I don't think that it's unreasonable to consider the plausibility of it. We shouldn't take it as like it's all 100% real, but I think at least the image of the map is real.
Wow. I still think that it's like, I think it's kind of dumb that they're just like, they bring everybody in. They don't even collect their, Stygian refers to the river Styx in Greek mythology. Oh, the river on the way over to like Hades, or not Hades, like the underworld.
To the underworld.
Yeah,
yep.
exactly. Fuck.
It's just,
yeah, go ahead.
It seems just very coincidental, I guess, that there would be that much underlying Greek influence, and to have Ian, I mean, say something. It is abstract when we consider like the context of it, but
yeah,
I don't know, dude. I think it's fucking real, and some people have, you know, thrown out the idea that maybe sometimes I don't know if they'd ever want something like this leaked, but I think they do want little things probably leaked here or there, because I do think it generates hype, which I don't think is a bad thing necessarily.
Yeah, I think so too. Let me see right here. I'm trying to find like your post, and I'll look at the video and show people. When was it? Did you delete the tweet? Oh no, here it is. I found it.
Yeah.
Okay. Remember the Zero Zone in a recent leak? Check out the Ian interview from a while ago, from 40 seconds to 2 minutes in.
Yeah, I think obviously my father is
Nice
Greek,
Russian Russian description right there.
And he's you know,
I think that's what
growing up listening to his bedtime stories of, you know, ancient Greek mythology. That definitely shaped a lot of my outlook, inspired my passion for, you know, just fantasy worlds, for exploration, for, you know, just the imagination, that in some ways led me to play World of Warcraft, led me to work on World of Warcraft. Growing up, I had the great fortune of being able to go to Greece many summers to visit family, my yaya in Athens, and we had a small house on Syros where we would often go and, you know, spend the summers, enjoy the beautiful Aegean. I haven't had a
So how he pronounces it, Syros?
go to Greece many summers to visit family, my
I don't
yaya
know.
in Athens, and we had a small house on Syros where
Very interesting.
No.
Very interesting.
Oh no, dude.
What?
Yeah, listen. I understand the skepticism, and I don't think that everyone should just be like, "Oh my God, this is real." But
Yeah.
I think that map is fucking real.
What are you saying macaque for? I don't want someone to get fired over this. This is huge
No one's
news.
gonna No one's gonna get fired.
You want someone to lose their job over them giving us information? What are you, fucking retarded? I don't want that to happen. Shut the fuck up, chat.
I respect that. I don't want anyone to lose their job.
You gotta keep this shit secret so that when new expansions or patches come out, they tell you more shit. If you just blow your fucking load all over the goddamn place and you tell everybody everything and where you got it from, you're never gonna get more information. You gotta play the long-term game, dumbass. Fuck off, chat.
So you think it's real?
It's real. It's 100% real.
I think it's real. Yeah. I do think it's real. And
wow.
I mean that makes me excited, because that means we're finally gonna get Nyalotha and Shadowlands stuff. It's not that it was completely unforeseen, but
holy shit, man. Like wow. McConnell's right. Well, I mean,
He is. He's right.
okay. Well, nobody else tell anybody else except for this stream, okay? Like only like we don't tell anybody else. And
It definitely
will-
won't make its way to
yeah, it will
YouTube
not.
anywhere.
It will not leave this stream, guys. Don't tell anybody else. I don't know, man. Like, I could see it being real. I mean, especially with like this other kind of stuff. It seems like so crazy to me though that they just bring.
Don't take phones.
Well, they don't take phones, and they just randomly bring in employees, and they're like, hey, we're going to show you a bunch of stuff that you're not supposed to tell anybody, and don't leak it to anyone. It's like, how do you expect that to happen? Like, obviously, somebody's going to leak it. Somebody's going to say something. I don't know. I feel like it's so fucking obvious that's going to happen. There's really nothing else to say about it besides then. They want the coverage? Come on. I don't know about that. Probably a planned leak. I think that I think that it's a planned leak as well. I think that a lot of examples. Yeah,
I don't think
This
so.
early?
I think that they intentionally plan the leaks.
I think some they do. I don't know if this one. I don't know if this one was. But it like we discussed it is seemingly like iterative, like a version of the map. Like it might not look exactly like that at the end. Like so much is subject to change between now and then. But you'd have to assume most of this from a design standpoint's got to be ironed out, right? Like,
Yeah,
especially, I mean, if they have this much put together, do you think that they would do you think they're gonna announce they would announce 8.3 at BlizzCon, right? Not a new expansion.
I think they'll announce 8.3 right before BlizzCon. That way they
then
can
an
announce
expansion.
the
Oh,
expand.
shit.
But like that's the thing is like how can they announce like so like BlizzCon isn't until like it's at like the beginning of November. So they'd have to release
yeah.
the new raid at like the end of October or something. Because that way, because like what happened in Legion is they had BlizzCon and they were like, okay, well you don't know what happens at the end of the new raid, but you will soon. Like I thought that was the worst way to handle it personally. I didn't like that at all. They have a signed personal non-disclosure. What is this here? By everyone or person responsible for violating this agreement? I don't know about that. I have no idea. Okay. So let's see.
No one will lose. Don't worry. No one will lose their job. Whoever sent this obviously covered their bases and like covering the unique code. Obviously, there's nothing else that I can even say about these individuals. So it's gonna be fine. But you gotta respect McConnell's standpoint, chat. Like, it's a pretty dumb thing to do from an employee.
Yeah.
Two, I mean, there's a level of responsibility for people like me in putting it out there, because certainly the employees aren't gonna do it. So you gotta consider that. You don't want anyone to lose their.
Don't worry about it. They're retarded. They're retarded. It's one day it's McCool all day. The next time,
It's McCuck.
next day I say something, it's McCuck. These people have no fucking integrity at all. They have no idea
True.
what the fuck they're talking about. Don't
True.
worry about them, man.
I'm just looking out for you.
True.
Yeah, that's all good.
Very, very true. I don't know, man. Like, and now they're calling. A lot of people are still saying McCool, though. I mean, not
That's
everybody, but some people are. And
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
man,
One of
Go
them. Listen, chat. I can't. Chad, there's gotta be just like a little bit of level of trust on this one. One of them literally confirmed to me by showing me their name and like ID and stuff, like contrasted on formal developer like in credit documents. Like they
Oh
are
my God.
definitely an employee, or they
Oh
were an
my
employee
God.
rather. It's not fake. So
holy shit, man.
at least one. And
Holy
don't
fucking
worry.
shit.
No one's fucking losing their job, chat. Shut the fuck up.